Yo, yo, yo! What's up? Welcome to Unparalleled Backstabber, W.A.D.E edition. How's everybody doing today?
Mm,
Reams,
good.
Rick, Grumps, and Adam. What's cracking?
I, I
Yeah,
forgot
the
my
night
knife.
thing.
All I got is this box cutter. I'm gonna keep it gangster with the box cutter.
That's weak. Come on. You can go
Got
out
an
on
X-Acto
a
knife.
shadow punk with that.
I
What
just
is there-
want to. I do want to start off this. We're not worried, because Plasti, this is your side account, right? So we're not worried
Yeah,
about like demonetization
No,
or
no, no.
anything.
No,
like
no, no.
we can do whatever we want on here,
Yeah.
right?
So we can bring
Yeah.
this whole thing down. We can
All
bring
right.
it.
You can take your V-necks down, chairs off, everything's allowed here.
I feel like I
Oh,
should be
Plasti, you got what I need, and you say wait just a friend, and you say wait just a friend. Oh, Plasti, you.
You got what I need.
Rest in peace, Bismarcky.
R.I.P. Biz. Yeah, Adam, you just redeemed
Yeah.
yourself because I shut off the stream last night
After Vanilla Ice last night.
Yeah, that's something.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
sorry. I'm trying to keep the whole karaoke thing going.
Mike said burn it down.
yeah.
Yeah, Mike, we're trying to take down the whole unparalleled universe.
Wait, did somebody just send like a live video chat and summon Mike here?
Yeah.
I
Back signal.
don't know. He's
Showed
been
up.
taking lately. Like a couple of video chat he's missed.
That's
So, I don't
Plasti. Plasti got me to show up just by saying the word penis.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or an emoji. An emoji works too.
Yeah,
Hey,
excellent emoji.
Adam, your hair looks much better this time.
Oh,
know,
thanks, Rick. Honestly, the funny thing is I didn't even cut the top. I just cut the sides.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, whatever you did worked.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad
You
you
had the
approved.
you had the Sean Hunter look going last time.
it was getting pretty mangy.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
went to
so
the barber today.
Are we talking toys or what?
No, we're going random right off the bat, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
We're talking
Nice.
hair. We're singing
People in the
Bismarck.
chat, please.
I thought this was the Wade roast.
Yeah. People in the chat. People in the people in the chat, please share the link. Share with
The Wade.
any backstabber you know, so everybody know we're live.
And
And-
backstabbers, you know.
Meanwhile, Adam, how are our backstabber amigos today doing?
Oh,
How
damn
are
it.
they?
Really?
Fuck it up. Damn it,
Oh.
Cheney.
Jeez. All right. You know what? Plasti, for you, I got this. All right. First things, guys, go hit that thumbs up button. All right. Once you do that, click the little subscribe button. You should be an unparalleled backstabber subscriber. Come on. And right next to that, there's a little bell for notifications. So click that sucker and it'll tell you if we ever decide to do this again. It depends on how successful this is. And
Bro.
once you've done that and you've shared this with your friends and let everyone know that we are live right now to roast Wade, to basically pay our respects to Bismarcky and talk about Loki, talk about Galactus, talk about all sorts of fun stuff. And if you decide to write something in that little live chat, guess what? Plasti has just decided that I'm going to say your name. Let's go. Who do we got in here? I see somebody named Bat Force Grump. Who the hell is that?
I don't
We
know.
got Soul Brother in here. Lucky Butter. Clockwork Orgy. We got High School Creations is in here. Lucky Butter again. Nico Hodge is here. Omar V. Tony Collector 10. Oscar Rayenso. Nightwing X is here. Toy
Nice.
Rensu is here. We got Lucky Butter for a third time is in here. NYC Figure Fanatic is here. Thirsty for Chicken. Berserk 69. Chachi Machi is in here. Art Wit Toys. Art Wood Toys. Andrew JLA Boy. Home Dude. NYC Figure Fanatic. Nightwing X. I think you said your name, but I'll say it again. Wheels for Legs. What's up, buddy? We got Austin
Hello,
Roy in
Romo.
here. The one and only Billy Moon is here. We got Jay's
Nice.
Figs in the house.
Producer.
We got Omar V again. Home Dude is in here. Marcus Yee is here.
Marcus,
Cheese Figs is throwing up the knives. What's up, man? We got Winger Luz in the house, Nico Hodge, Marcus Yee, Austin Roy, Payson. What's up? Payson doing the Pele. We got Final Boss in here. We got Thirsty for Chicken, the Wrestling Hound. Woo! Woo! And let's see. Who else? We got Pablo Lopez, Toy Box Photography. We got Final Boss again. Vern's Hobbies again. Oh, it's all jumping around on me. Who wants to take over? I'm tired now.
Nah, you did good.
We got
All the
Militia
usual suspects.
Troop 13.
did nice work, Adam.
Rick Jones, Ultramagnetic Lion.
Jones.
And I'm saying that's most of everyone.
Final boss.
Final boss, yeah.
Woo! What's up, guys? Thanks for joining.
And shout out to Billy Moon for pushing us to do this. Like he almost made us, but he keep telling us Plasti Grumps do the shit. I didn't thought Grumps was up to, but I like him. Let me hit that guy. Hey Grumps, yeah, I'm up for it. So that's how it born. Thank you, Mr. Billy Moon producer, for having us doing this tonight, pushing us. So Aaron and Rick obviously was the clear choice to go along. And thank you all for being here. And we're talking toys first, and then whatever it comes. But keep it in mind, 2 hours. Okay, this is not like we're not taking Billy Moon's money away. We're going only
No.
2 hours.
We'll take his money, but we just won't stay on longer.
Billy the $1 million man, Moon.
Rick's
Billy Moon,
got
I
a pack for his vacation. I like the carriage that brought this princess here is going to turn it back into a pumpkin. Plasti Adicto, like South America is in a totally different time zone. I don't know what's going on there. Grumps has to go patrol the city.
Yes. Well, actually, no. It's a good thing you bring that up. The bar that I was working at up until the day the pandemic started, like March 14th, they took it upon themselves, I found out recently, to replace me without telling me. So,
boo!
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 Yeah,
you got the Tuesday crew is gonna have to roll in on that bar. I mean, I'm a little guy, so I'll just stay to the side and I'll cheer you guys on. But like, I'll be there for support.
I think
we're just gonna go in there and kick shit over.
Yeah, basically.
They're not getting my money.
I'll gnaw on their ankles.
Yeah. Yeah, the nerve of these fucking people. Thank you, Dutch Kills, for not telling me that you hired a security company. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Damn it. Motherfuckers.
Anyway, right.
Oh, shout out to Mrs. Grumps. I love you. You're awesome. Thank you for
an email, text, not.
Final boss said put the bar on the list.
Bar on the list.
On the shit list.
We roll on the bar.
Definitely. So Grumps is a free agent now.
It's it. Like with that tattoo, Grumps, you're ready to fucking fight all sorts of crime.
I am a free agent, so
I love it, and thank you for rocking the V.
Yeah, I did this for you.
The V man.
So,
hey,
did any of you guys besides me spend $400 today?
No way. Nope.
I have not yet, but will.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I went in right away. I mean, we worked on the digital prototype for that thing.
Oh, okay.
I was very excited, but
I was just too busy to stop and do it yet.
I'm looking forward to hitting some stretch goals.
So Adam, how many Sentinels are you in for?
I gotta check.
Okay, right.
I don't know who's listening. One Grumps, one, just one.
Okay, got it.
DM me later and we could talk more.
Adam's gonna be hiding Sentinels.
I didn't get
One
any
behind the
sense of-
couch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dress one up as my kid.
Yeah. I only bought one. I swear. Do you see any more here? No.
One for me, one for the kid, one for the
Yep.
dog.
One under the bathroom sink behind the toilet
Yeah.
paper. You know, like in the
All
corner.
right. Soul Brother just said I must be relieved that I don't have to worry about slipping up and saying rancor.
Oh man.
That was.
Oh,
Did
So-
you guys
You
watch
should have
that
played it.
video?
You should have
I
played
saw
it
it.
off
Yeah, I
like
saw it. I felt bad for that
raincore.
guy.
I mean, raincoat.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
That
Hasbro's
was-
new
that
raincoat.
was unfortunate. Poor guy.
This thing is crazy. This Galactus.
is.
I'm you know, I
Two.
love Fantastic Four, especially the Kirby Lee stuff. That was, you know, I used to buy the Marvel Masterworks. So
Dude,
Wait,
the
did anyone-
LED lights.
Did anyone notice that Wade is in our chat and he's talking shit
Oh,
about Grumps
shit.
already?
oh god,
No,
this
really?
fucking guy. Wow. Wow.
What up,
really?
Wade? You're supposed to be on vacation. Get the hell out of
Like-
here.
I wanted to scream at this guy the other day. I just asked how do you play with your toys and all this and all that. Oh yeah, it's easy when you're fucking you know, on video and you could say what you want and I gotta type a paragraph to you. Get the fuck out of here.
He was getting,
What a
he was
Hey,
getting
fucking
all angry.
asshole.
You are totally right.
I know.
Totally right.
He did the whole
From that day,
like this thing, you know? And
Yeah.
Grumps! How do you play with your toys?
Like I don't know. 'Cause it's funny because he always says it, and I was just like, oh man, I don't, you know, play with toys. Like, I guess, yeah, right. So I was like, what? I wonder what he means, you know, by play with toys. Do you have little adventures? Which is what I used to do, but you know, obviously we don't do that anymore. But yeah, I was wondering, like, what do you consider playing with toys? I don't know. I thought it was a fucking honest question, right?
So you don't play, I don't know. Like I think I play with toys still. Like it's like
Oh yeah,
when
yeah,
they're on, like on the
definitely.
coffee table and stuff. I just like I
Definitely.
pick them up, mess with them, repose them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it would be
I
considered now. Yeah.
I lay on my stomach on the floor with like two of
And
them, and then
Do you make stories and stuff? Because like that,
Yeah.
like that's what I did as a kid. Like
Yeah.
create stories and like
Yeah,
have them
yeah.
do stuff. But it's like, yeah, I don't do that so much anymore. But I definitely play with them.
Rick, I
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
friend that
Adam,
would do
you-
that
you're
with his
telling me-
Godzilla toys.
You're telling me you come home and your son is on the floor playing with toys. That's not a good excuse for you to get down there and join him.
I wish he was playing with toys. He's playing Minecraft on his iPad. That's what he's
Oh,
doing.
really? Wow.
I try. I like. It's like nope. Time. Move on. Playtime. And it's Legos mostly. But
Dude.
like that's still.
well,
my
Lego's okay. Well,
My daughter
but
has
playing-
Minecraft for the Switch. I don't get it, man. Like I tell her, I'm like, that's the way the graphics looked for us when in like 1986.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Totally.
I didn't realize you needed like something that low, you know, from a what was it 8 bits or something?
It is.
Yeah,
It's like
I love
playing
it.
Hubert.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's see, Grumps. I'm dating myself.
Yeah, no, I
Hubert.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Frogger, asteroids.
save that talk for Loki. Come on,
Ah, true.
for the Loki talk. Hey,
Oh,
Adam, like your kid,
believe
like
us.
playing with your iPad and shit is for you like make toys. That's like the ultimate betrayal. Come on.
It's true. It's true. I honestly like that's like it's crazy because when Toys R Us was still open, there's one within walking distance from me. And I used to we used to go every weekend. My son and I, like I would put him in the stroller and we would walk over to Toys R Us and we would go, we'd obviously buy tons of stuff. But like it was part of his growing up. And like he does
Yeah.
remember that. And like, you know, I took pictures and everything. But yeah, it's like now that that's not around anymore, you know, like it's like Target's not the same. And like there's
No.
just not like it's like now in order to get that like a similar kind of excursion, it's like we got to go to Disneyland or something, you know, like.
And you know what's a trip, man, is like the reason why Target is not the same is because if you walked into a Toys R Us and they were out of one thing, there was so many other things they had in stock that, you know, you're like, oh, you know, it's a real bummer I couldn't find that one thing, but look at all this other stuff going on. You walk into Target, you go down 2 aisles, they usually have like 20 KD at Marvel Legends hanging on the pegs. Nothing else. You look at the shelves below, nothing. You go around the Star Wars pegs, nothing, and you're out. You know, or you hit the NECA section, then you're out. But yeah, it's a bummer, man. They're just, someone needs to come out in, you know, sometime soon with a straight up just like
real
toy store.
Right? Agreed. It's a sad missing thing. Although I went to a local mall just recently, like, and it's desolate in the malls. Like, so many stores are closed down. It was the one in Burbank, if anyone's LA-ish area, but I was there because I was going to go see Black Widow. So we stopped by the mall and like there's like no stores left in there. They're all like boarded up and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of them folded during the pandemic.
Mrs. Grumps used to work in that area, Adam, so she's familiar with some of the, you know, when we watch you on you know, on Parallel or whatever, or Toy Migos, she's familiar with some of the places that you talk about.
You guys, if you ever come out to visit, you tell her, like, I'll bring you by. You can have a tour of Gentle Giant, and we can go out to dinner and go out for some drinks. Grumps, come on,
Adam,
make this happen.
I'm like right here.
Let's do the drinks before.
Rick, your invitation is open.
I'm like 10 minutes away. I can come over there right now.
Yeah, seriously. Well, then why don't you?
Before the stream ends, I could be sitting next to you.
Guess who doesn't ever slide into my DMs? He's just always DMing Wade, and that's it.
Oh, I'm sliding in. I'm fax machining in.
Rick and I are going to do a double stream.
Dude, I love
you. Plasti, you're invited to.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me, but I'll take a range for now.
Fair enough.
You know what? It's funny you say that because like 3 or 4 days ago, I was like with nothing to listen to in the morning, so I hop on Spotify, open it, Toy Amigos, and like I have listened or watched the latest episode. I went like whenever you stop, I'll hear that. And I came across to the episode when Ernie and Cheney were talking the day after they met you.
When they came.
I love that episode. It was a 2-hour podcast, but it was like they're pretty excited, like getting the horror spirit there, like meeting you, meeting all the guys there, Mitchell and all, and it was like pretty. It was like March 2020 or something like that. And
yeah,
it was like,
pretty.
Man, it was
it was like right before the pandemic, basically.
Yeah, they were like Kobe Bryant recently passed away.
Frank's this weekend?
Am I what?
Are you guys doing Frank's this weekend? I thought I heard Cheney say that at the end of the.
No, we set up the Toy Migos Frank and Sons. He set it up for in the future. It's the first weekend in September. I think it's going to be September 4th. Hold on, I can look. The first Saturday, September 4th. Cheney is awesome. He's the Toy Migos boss. And like he takes care of all the hard work. I am just a hanger-oner.
I'm driving and
I'm in.
So I'm drinking bottled water and Cheney's drinking canned water.
That's right.
Cool as Cheney.
He is the liquid death stuff or whatever.
Oh man.
It looks that I honestly have no idea, but it looks expensive.
Yeah, I think it's $20 a case on Amazon or something.
Fancy water.
Yeah.
I like Romo is like, I'll be in LA in December. Okay. Yeah, you hit me up.
can't give any.
What did
You
Wade
got-
say?
You need to start
Can't-
charging for those foods.
Get out of here,
Wade
Wade.
can't
Leave us
fight
Wade was
alone.
supposed to come visit me. We were supposed to walk around and do a best friends tour.
That would be dope.
I'm ready.
Fair enough, Rick. The invite is open. You just hit me up.
It would be awesome, like a Wade episode there. So
Oh,
you
a live
can take
stream?
you can. No, like after that, like the one I just heard from Cheney and Ernie, but like the
just talk
day
about it
after
afterwards.
guys go live and talk your whole experience there,
What
because
would be
that was
awesome
refreshing.
is seeing security drag Wade out of Gentle Giant. That's what would be awesome.
One of my
with
favorite
a bunch of
things-
toys in the hand.
Yeah, I know,
One of my
it's a bunch
favorite
toys.
things about when Ernie and Cheney came in for the tour, and then like I don't know, like 9 months or so later, when I got to tell them all the stuff that was being worked on in the studio that I had to have hidden before I gave them the tour.
Wow.
Because there was a couple like Diamond projects that were out, because for Diamond we do the digital sculpting, then we 3D print, and then we make the paint masters. So Beardy had to hide. We had like the Diamond Boba Fett, the Diamond the Hulk figure. So like all that
man.
stuff was like being worked on, and it was like hidden in cabinets while they were getting a tour.
Hey Adam, you
Wow.
can
She's
trust
dangerous.
me. You don't have to hide that stuff. You can.
Trust you, Rick. All right.
I won't
Deal.
let you down.
That
Sounds
Hulk
good.
is one of my figures of the year.
It came out
Which
pretty
one?
good.
Yeah.
The Hulk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have two. I got one I kept in the package.
I have two as well that I actually bought myself too. They didn't even send
Nice.
free. Well, they did send free ones, but I gave them out to the guys. I
There you
actually
go,
just bought
Plasti.
it. Nice.
I
It's
want
a
to.
big old hunk of plastic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but how come they send samples to reviewers? They don't send samples to you guys. I
They
don't get
do. Diamond is one of the better companies about that. They do a lot of the time, but not all of the time. And it's also like it depends on how many they send. Because like a lot of the times, like I'll give one to the digital sculptor, I'll give one to the painter. If there's an extra one, I keep one too. You know, so like it depends. Like it's like, you know, the guys, I like to make sure that the guys that have worked on them get them first. So, you know, it depends. We'll see. But Diamond is like, I'll give them credit. They're one of the better companies about sending samples. They did not send a Silver Centurion Iron Man though, and I really want one of those. And Titanium Man. Titanium Man, I'm definitely buying.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Billy
don't
Moon
know.
said Adam never lets people forget who gave him that hog.
Oh, exactly. It's like I
Diamond.
will remind every single person. Hey,
I gave you that
remember
hug.
who gave- Remember who gave you that free sample? It's this guy right
Diamond
here.
treated the Bat Force really good. So
10 years later.
That's right.
Are you watching that comment from Omar Vázquez?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Omar.
see.
I think Omar was just driving. I think he went today to the Santa Monica, the Bluefin, the Tamashii Nations exhibit that they just opened up.
not
I don't
quite
know.
Santa Monica.
Yeah, Omar, if you did go to that, type how it was in the chat. I'm interested because I was thinking about doing a little day trip out to Santa Monica myself and check it out.
Nice.
So Adam, what's
How
it
big
like
is that house
coming
today?
from Suffolk County to LA,
I like-
Santa Monica?
I like that not only did you like the New York thing, but you're like Suffolk County. And then it's like, so I grew up Long Island, but then I went to college in Manhattan. So I lived in the dorms, 27th Street between 7th and 8th, FIT.
Yeah,
Grumps, like you probably check that out because it's all girls at that school. So it's like whenever you walk by there.
man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Is Mrs. Grumps watching?
I did.
He has no idea.
Yes, she's watching, and I love her. She's amazing.
That's it. So yeah, no. he would not have any idea what's going on 27th between 7th and 8th. But yeah, it's an art school, but it's primarily fashion based. So it's very popular with females in general. But I lived
in a bar on the west side years ago.
Oh, nice.
14th and 9th. So
I probably tried to get in there with a chalked ID.
probably.
You probably kicked my ass out of that bar.
That was before camera phones and video, so yeah, good time.
That's it. Like we used it, like we literally, you say chalked ID, but like it's like we use like colored pencils and stuff. And like I was lucky because it's my year of birth is 1978, so you make the 8 into a 3, and like that's it. And then I was of age.
Yeah. No, you were good.
Hey, Grumps threw you out of the club like Jazz on Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hauled right out. But once I was 17, I started living in Manhattan, and then after that I moved to the Bronx. So I lived in Morris Park. I was in Morris Park during 9/11, actually.
But
like
what train stop?
It was shit. This is 2001, Grumps, 20 something years ago. Fuck me. I really should know that.
A number?
I'd have Yeah, it was fuck man. I honestly I have to ask one of my old roommates.
I'm not familiar so much with the Bronx.
Yeah. I'll find out. I'll fill you in. But then after the Bronx, I moved to Hoboken for a little while. Then I moved back into Manhattan, and then out here. I lived in Tampa for 8 months too.
Hoboken is pricey these days.
Yeah, Hoboken's really nice. Like the PATH train into the city is beautiful, and like you get a good view of the city. So
yeah, you were probably there before it blew up.
Yeah, like I was literally there in 2001. So it was like I lived in the Bronx and then moved to Hoboken to work at a small little toy company that was in Hoboken.
Gotcha.
Adam, did working for General Giant, is that what brought you out here?
No, I moved from New York to California to work at Soda Toys.
Oh, okay.
SOTA, the Street Fighter guys, you know.
Yeah. Nice.
Nico
Nico's saying I wasn't in the Bronx. God damn it, Nico. Now I gotta fucking look it up because like
that's why I couldn't picture you in the Bronx at any point in life. So I'm wondering like what part of the Bronx.
Adam was never in the boogie down.
It was a very, very Italian neighborhood. I'll say that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I got you. Yeah, because the Bronx is like one part of New York that hasn't been gentrified. It's like never changed.
Yeah, it was honestly like we moved there because it was me and 3 other dudes, and we got a giant like 2-bedroom apartment, and then we put up fake walls in it so we would each have our own bedrooms, and it was just cheap as hell. So like that was the idea.
There you go.
Bronx Ninja, who's in the chat, he knows that everybody that's ever stepped foot in the Bronx, and he said he never saw you, Adam.
Oh, damn it.
Ninja,
I can't believe you would come on here and lie.
I'm gonna find it. Shit.
Cap Live says you just passed through the Bronx.
It's Bronx, Morris Park, and then
I don't. The Bronx is crazy. I don't fuck with it like that.
I'm gonna find.
Did we lose Plasti?
It's weird.
I don't know.
Like he's running the screen.
Yeah. No, we're on our own. I'm not talking shit about any Colombian dude. So let's just keep going.
All right.
I got
Bronx, Morris
Somebody
Park.
said I have
Somebody
said I have an echo.
Get out of here. Marcus E.
That's weird. I wonder why I would be having an echo.
Like, who can I find this from? Shit.
Anybody get any new toys recently?
I don't want to go out
Like
because
today?
I think Plasti has to let me back in, and he's disappeared.
It's, all right. I'll stop looking at this now. I'll fill you guys in on the Bronx stuff later.
Yeah,
You got the fucking Frankenstein, and then
Yeah.
did I hear you right? Did you hook? You got one for Rick too?
I got one for Rick too. Yeah.
Damn it.
Actually,
Grumps, what about me?
Batman. I didn't know you were looking for one. You guys probably fucking sculpted it or something.
Sadly, no. NECA has all their own in-house
Yeah.
sculptors. But I did.
Oh.
I just ordered. He just went up on Big Bad Toy Store, so I just ordered.
I know,
it.
yeah. I have the black and white one on pre-order, but this shit it's amazing. Like NECA really outdid themselves with this. I don't buy the turtles, so I'm not into NECA like that, but this shit is amazing.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Damn it. My internet took shit. Good thing I have my phone also logging so I can stay up.
Is this
Now
a
they're
variant?
saying
Are you a
both
variant,
Grumps and I
Plasti, or-
have an echo.
I was listening to you, but I was trying to figure out why my connection fucked me up.
Mm.
All right, you're back now.
Sure.
That's the important part.
Wheels for legs. Check your targets.
Yeah.
If not, I my target had like 3 more. So let me know.
Grumps is the sweetest because I know that New York hunting isn't very easy in its own right.
It's you know what it is. It's it's funny you were talking about Toys R Us earlier. Like my daughter's gonna be 6 in September, so we were taking her to Toys R Us at the tail end, but she doesn't remember. So now she knows Target as the toy store, which is like you said earlier. Target it's Target. It's not a toy store. And I'm not like running the streets like that, going to 10 different. Traffic on the LIE is like for me. I would have to go to Flushing or College Point, and I'm not doing all that. Every day or whatever. So it's difficult to say the least.
Yeah, that's a chore. That's like even the east end of Long Island, like hunting around like there, like that sucked.
Dude,
I mean, I was way younger.
I don't know what would be more frustrating. Only having a couple stores you can go to that have nothing and dealing with traffic, or having like multiple targets in a 6 mile range where you don't have to hit traffic, but literally never have
anything.
Yeah,
but like that's the thing. It's like because like that absolutely that describes LA for sure. Like it's like tons of targets and you never find anything. But I admit that I am not a good toy hunter when it comes to that. Like Cheney and Ernie, they have luck. But like they go early, like they go when it opens in the morning, and like they put the work in for hunting. Me, I go at like noon or something. So
I'm the same way, Adam. But here this Cheney tells these stories that he's fighting these old Target ladies, or
at the butt crack of dawn, like ready, like the doors open and guys are running down aisles and stuff.
Yeah. You want to hear
and
that?
They won't bring shit from the back.
Yeah. That episode I listened from 2020. In that episode I just cut from 2020, like March. Cheney had a horror story from that, exactly like that. It seems like every week he has something new happening with a Target employee who tells him come tomorrow, and then he goes to the next day, and there's a different guy there, and damn. It felt like it was live, but it was like March 2020. So every episode of Toy Migos, I bet he has a story, and if it's not on live, I bet you he told the guys before they went in, because
that guy literally is there he's there all the time. Like he hunts on a regular basis, and that's why he does such a good job finding stuff. Like
but he goes after work, right? Because he works
a true hunter.
He works the night shift, so that's like he's able to like work it out with his schedule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Plasti, what do you have where you live? Like, do you have like what kind of stores do you have?
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nada.
Nope.
Nothing. Okay. All right.
Nope. I have
Nothing
like
at all?
the lowest
Not even like a comic
level.
book store?
I have like the lowest level from what Rick was saying, like no targets and well, I have no targets. I have like one department store on my town that once in a while brings like a way of legend from 6 months ago or something like that. That's what I have. Everything else
So
I have to order.
so
But
Plasti depends on his good buddies to help him get some of these toys.
it must be expensive
Yeah,
for you to collect them.
yeah, everything for us is like imports. Like if Marvel Legends are like $30, 40 if like most highly praised figures. So we depend on vendors or like virtual shops that have like famous group and shit. They
Mm.
sell like for a reasonable price, but they have to import. So you know that it's like everything on the price tag a little bit over. So yeah, it's like
Mm.
imports.
That's tough, man. That really stinks.
Yeah, it is. And on top of that, every time we want to buy from Mexico directly on the site, we have to pay PayPal. So we have to pay right away.
The whole thing full.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So think about Plasti, guys. When we're complaining and we're bitching and complaining
I know
about
he's
going
never
to 6
complains.
targets in
Never.
a day.
So we decided that we are going to talk about Loki, right?
Yeah, why not? I mean, is this a
Yeah, we
secret?
would.
It's not.
Did everyone watch
let's
it?
talk
Rick,
about
you
Loki.
watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. I got my
Oh,
spoiler
you
cap.
got your. All right.
Yeah.
I gotta put
Backwards
this.
hat is a spoiler cap.
I don't
I
have
don't
any
have a-
idiot hats like Unparalleled Universe, but I'll put my Batforce hat, which is pretty cool.
I don't have a donut.
Give me a second.
What
I
is
can't
spoiler
prepare.
Put that
tiger?
on your head, Adam.
This is
I know
instead
where
of the
that thing
donut.
has been, but put it on your head anyway. Why not, right? Okay.
I can't
Oh,
prepare.
Plasti's
I have a
got
banner.
a banner. Plasti's got a banner at the
Come on,
bottom.
man.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert. Oh, there
Yeah.
you go.
yeah.
Yep.
Billy Moon was like, not talk Lucky today. Billy, I'm sorry. I already made the banner. I'm not gonna waste it.
Yeah.
That's gonna use my
Billy Moon.
motherfucker.
$1 million man.
The
Billy
viewership
Moon.
is going to drop. Everybody didn't watch it.
That's right. Or the viewership is going to go up because of the bestiality.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. This is a new thing for live streams, guys.
Peter, get out of here. Don't watch us, Peter.
Damn.
Adam, I always kind of thought of you a little bit as a Siegfried.
Yeah. Right. Rick, I'm making the magic happen, buddy.
Hey, my buddy
There
sent
you
me
go,
this
Plasti.
my buddy sent me this picture at from Walmart. Somebody left chicken nuggets on the shelf.
Walmart is
Ernie was there.
Ernie, did you leave these?
That was
chicken
Ernie. He
nuggets?
found
Oh my god!
he found a Boba Fett and threw the chicken nugget.
So let's talk about Loki. What's up with that? I mean, everybody at this point, I think a lot of people know.
I
Right?
loved it, man. I was
Okay.
very happy. I think you guys have seen before. I've talked to Wade about my love of Kang. I was happy with it because we chatted about this for a second before coming on, but that was just so everyone knows, yes, that was Kang, but I don't think it was Kang. I think it was Immortus, which is
Immortus.
it's Immortus, which
The one
is
who remains.
that's Kang as a kooky old and I actually now this is gonna sound like a brag.
That's an Ernie King.
Exactly. But you guys know that I like to brag sometimes. So I was chatting with Wade while he was on vacation. So I'm bragging about that. But Wade and I were chatting that it was very cool that he almost had kind of a Willy Wonka vibe about him.
Yeah.
Which is
And
that's
that
kind of
actor
fucking
did it-
cool.
That actor did it so perfectly, like the hand movements, and then that part where he puts his arm on the desk and goes like that, and then he just kind of fiddles with the disc. And I was like, I was like, it was perfect. Like he did this, the craziness that
Did any
he
of you
kind of
guys
held.
watch Lovecraft Country?
No, missed that.
He was one of the main guys in Lovecraft Country, and he was great in that. I really liked it. They're not doing a second season though, so I'm kind of bummed. But he's an awesome actor, and like I can't wait to see more of him. I can't wait to see him as young Kang, rocking the costume from the statue and the helmets from the little guys.
That was such a nice touch that after he died, and then Loki goes back and then looks at the statues, and it's changed to the Kang statue.
That's
and I was just like,
perfectly classic costume.
Dude, think about like the time we are living in right now. Like that came on the screen. Like I was already excited to see him, but to see that statue and to realize like it was almost overwhelming to understand like what is coming. You know, like so and the magnitude and all the different possibilities that it's just nuts, man. It's nuts.
So you guys, well, first of all, Rick, don't take off your hat if you're giving spoilers, because but no, I know Kang as a character, but I'm not familiar with the Mortars, and I'm not yeah, that's weird. So
it's distracting you, Grumps. Sorry.
So, but
you remind me like Wade is stroking the battle card. You remember that?
I need one of those. Plasti, can you do a Bat Force hat with the? I'll send you the thing. You just print it out and cover that. But I mean, for anybody in the
I put it on top of them.
That was hilarious. Plasti, that episode you were on was great, by the way. No, but I'm not familiar with all the different Kangs and stuff. So can you guys like go into that a little bit or explain it?
So my main thing, like what I learned about Kang was like, since I was a kid, Grumps, like I had the Secret Wars figure, the Mattel Secret Wars figure.
Yes, I had it too. Yeah.
I think everyone that was like of our age and era that had Secret Wars figures probably had that Kang figure, because he was one of the early peg warmers. Like he was the one that like nobody knew who he was. So but it's like, in the
summer, the paint would rub on those figures. You have to be real careful.
Yeah, totally. Like that's it. Like I have that's one of the things I brought from New York is my Secret Wars figures, and like paint is missing, especially like Wolverine's mask and stuff. It's all rubbed off. But Kang, so like I wasn't familiar with him, but I had the toy for the longest time, and I would just play with the toy. My big intro to Kang was the Avengers Forever comic book that I got as a trade paperback. It might have been released as a miniseries first, but I got it first as a trade paperback. Mm-hmm. And it was it's a storyline where basically different Avengers get plucked out of different timelines. So there's like Captain America when he's all jaded and he's like ready to give up being Captain America. Hawkeye, Clint Barton, but not as Hawkeye. It's him as Goliath, where he took over and was using the Pym particles and stuff at the time.
Is that a modern story or
like honestly, it was probably in the 90s, I think. And like that's what introduced me to like the multiple versions of Kang. Like basically, Cheney's here. What's up, man?
What's up, Cheney?
He heard his name being uttered earlier.
There was like a council of Kangs. There was like a bunch of Kangs. Yeah.
And like basically like that's where I learned about like all the different versions of him, and I started getting really interested in it, and then going back and learning more about Kang in general. Like that storyline, and that storyline is the thing that like it still to this day excites me so much about the character. I recommend anyone that's into comic books check it out on like Digital Comics Unlimited or grab the trade. Because like what they can do now in the MCU, now that they've introduced Kang like this, is like, and with the splintered timelines, they can use it as an excuse. And like Cheney's gonna hate this, but they could like pluck Hugh Jackman and be like, here, member of the Avengers. They can, and like this is the thing that I said to my lady the other night. We were rewatching it. I was like, how dope would it be if they brought Chris Evans back to be on an Avengers team to fight Kang, but not as
Yeah.
Captain America.
That's
Bring
Human
him on as
Torch.
the Human Torch. Like Chris Evans is the human. Like just
Oh
fucking
yeah,
Wow.
that would be
go
funny.
go crazy with it, and it would just be just to fight Kang. People plucked out of different timelines, and it's like you could bring Quicksilver back to life. You could do whatever you want with it. So like I don't know.
Me
Kang
too,
is
Saul,
just a
brother.
great
Me too.
comic book thing.
Did you guys see that that Deadpool trailer analysis where
Yeah.
he's
Oh yeah, with Korg.
with Korg? Yeah, and I was
Good stuff.
even that little thing, like I was like, man, that's great because you know, like we haven't true other than the Quicksilver, you know, fake Quicksilver that was in WandaVision. We haven't seen like true crossovers yet, and it was cool to see Korg show up next to Deadpool.
Dude, that was funny. I mean, like I'm a big Deadpool fan, so I like that cracks me up.
I like where he
love
was
that.
like, "Hello, Paul. Sorry you're dead," and he called him Paul instead of Paul.
Yeah.
My name's Korg, made of rocks.
Or
It's like Deadpool gave the trailer 4 out of 5 avocados, and Korg was raised by avocados.
Yeah, I was raised by avocados. I like where he's like, "What do you think of the villain? He's cool. Has 4 hands. 2 of them have gloves on at the bottom."
That's lazy, right?
Nice. Ivan Fries is he said that basically confirms him coming into the MCU soon, and he was actually originally cast, that actor was cast to be Kang in the Ant-Man and Wasp, the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
So he's he's already announced that he's going to be in the Ant-Man and
he's gonna
Wasp
be the main
movie.
villain there. He's gonna be the main villain
Yeah.
there. I think that is confirmed. I like about the performance. It was like kind of a good Joker. It was like he got that vibe, like playful and shit, but he knows he was overconfident. At the point, like mid speech, he said, like, before you stuff the sword in my chest, you got to know this. And that's exactly how he was taking out the sword in the chest. So he knew that was coming. That seems like pretty, I don't know, pretty well written in my opinion. The whole
Yes,
speech that he
I
gave.
wasn't ready for that. I'm not familiar with that type of Kang. So
I like how he almost like he kind of egged them on to try to, you know, get them to kill him. You know, because he was
And he basically told them what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot of shit of version of him. Of course, the Conqueror will be like the meaner one. And I expect from his speech that sometime in the future they're gonna end up back in there with him and make the right call, because they at the end say like I'll see you again or something like that.
that
So
was my favorite part when he was messing with the papers and here you say this and you say
yeah,
it says it on the paper with this.
And you know
Just
what? What's funny too is like that it worked so well with the 2 versions of Loki, right? Because you know he's known to be a trickster, or you know, and you know, known for lying and not, you know, but sounding truthful, and that's ultimately what did him in. That's ultimately like Immortus used them because he knew she wasn't going to trust him and he wasn't going to trust her, right? And you know, they were going to try to call each other's bluff. And how do I know you're not lying right now? And you know, that I think that is what created enough turmoil to where she kind of sent Loki off and then ultimately ended up killing him. Because like if it was like Captain America and somebody else, well, Captain America always tells the truth, like it wouldn't have worked. But with Loki, it was so perfect because there was just enough question there. You know, is he lying? Is he telling the truth? That it ultimately led to the demise. Like he played, like Immortus played them perfectly.
Just like they say, like to each other, like, "What is this happening?" Sylvie said, and he said, "Because you have trust issues, and I can be trusted." That line was like, that's this relationship right there. Those 2 guys has those issues, and that's why they work so well together, because you anything can happen between them. You can like expect anything, and it will be like truthful to the characters so far.
But I think I mean at that point hadn't Tom Hiddleston Loki changed?
It's
I mean,
one of the things that I was talking to Beardy about at work about the whole Loki show is that Tom Hiddleston Loki in this show, he was kind of a good guy. Like they almost made him like it's like, and it's weird because like in like the MCU and in the movies and stuff, he started to have that redemption arc, you know, with everything with in Ragnarok and then in Infinity War leading up to like Thanos killing him.
Well, even in Infinity War, War, he used his strength. He used his. We know, but like what Adam is saying is this earlier version of Loki was already turning good, while the later versions of Loki took longer to get there. You know, and like
okay.
That's a good.
If you watch it from his timeline, like a week ago, he was trying to blow up New York, trying to kill Black Widow, all that shit, and now it's like I could accept that it was faster because the whole experience, like watching his life on the first episode, like on the screen, like he killing, doing the killing of his mother and being killed by Thanos and all that shit. Like maybe that like push that into the accelerator up, but it's weird. It's kind of we have to notice that for sure.
That's the problem with time travel.
Yeah. No, but I think Adam,
sure.
I see what you're saying, Adam. Like he evolved so quickly over the course of the show. Like Plasti said, he was plucked out of, you know, just the attack on New York, and you could see him. But I think what got to him the most was recapping, you know, reliving his life, and then he got to see what happened in the future, like that he didn't even know about, you know, like his mother dying, and then, you know, ultimately him. He even got to see the scene where he's on the ship with Thanos, and he tries to trick Thanos by pretending to betray Thor, and Thor even believed it, because remember, Thor was like, "You truly are the worst brother," and then ultimately Loki was just trying to set it up so he could stab Thanos, and I think he got to see himself, how long it took him to get there, and then he finally got it, and he realized like. This earlier version of him didn't want to do all that. Like he wanted to, and I think what was it Mobius kept telling him, you can write your own path. You could be different. He kept hearing, like that was kind of the theme of the show. Is like you don't have to be the trickster. You don't have to be the bad guy. You can change all that. And I think like you could, like Tom Hiddleston is so perfect as Loki because even when he's not even speaking, he does enough. Like with his mannerisms and, you know, his personal interaction styles that you can almost physically see him turning into something different. Like, you know, like, and I thought that was pretty cool. And he's like, what's really exciting is Tom Hiddleston he's apparently said he's willing to play Loki forever. Like,
that's cool. Like, that's like, you know, like so many people get like, oh, I'm tired of playing this character or whatever. It's dope that he just loves it and is willing to ride it out, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what was funny was...
Speaking of riding it out.
What was funny was when he died in Infinity War, I was kind of like, I don't know, I was kind of like whatever about it. Like I had gotten enough of him, you know, he was the villain. He was the big villain in Avengers. You know, he did his thing, you know, in the other movies. He was good I thought he was good in Ragnarok. He was funny. His timing was great. So I'd gotten my fill of it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm ready. If we move on, I'm fine with it. But now watching this show, I want more Loki. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
because now he's the protagonist.
Yeah.
And they can go deep into the character and a side character and a tool for Thor to do his work. But now, being like the centerpiece and taking this route like half good, half bad, you still don't know if he's true to himself or he's changed. You still don't know. You want to think he's a reform guy now, but I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
I think he is.
He's definitely not kidding anyone,
though, right?
Anybody.
Nice, Rick. Nice.
This is my daughter.
Is that is that the Popo or whatever? The is it Popo Gator?
Yeah. I got it at it was like Michael's or something.
That's awesome. I need to get one of those.
That's a good segue because the other Lokis, right? And we all saw the Loki in the comic book costume.
Everyone wants a toy of him, right? Come on.
Right? Yeah. And then in WandaVision, we saw Vision and Wanda in their comic book costume. So I must be like the only person that was hurt by that because they just made it look so cheap and so like those are the costumes I grew up with. Like that's the Loki I remember with the horns and you know, when I got the Marvel Legends comic book Loki, I got it for like $10. I was, oh, this is fucking great. This is Loki. This is how Loki looks to me. And the Vision with the, you know, yellow, the green, and the red, and you know, all that. So I was like, man, watching these shows, and I'm like, oh, they're making fun of these costumes. Like,
no, not necessarily
are,
because they try to fit the idea into what's happening in the show. It wasn't forced.
Yes.
It wasn't forced because they found the perfect excuse to that notch, people they had like bringing up on Halloween because I think it was a great idea. I know what you mean because you maybe wanted them being like all serious, like
more serious, but
like all Loki. That costume was like awesome because it was all dirted up and all wet up. It was like super awesome. But in WandaVision, it was like, in WandaVision, it was like the perfect excuse to bring them up, and still be like part of the show of what's happening. So I don't know.
Dude, I would take if they found a way to pluck the old Loki out of the timeline and somehow fit him. Dude, because when he made that city come up out of the ground,
he was powerful.
So and
that was super powerful.
And it almost made Loki was like realized like, oh crap, like I'm that powerful too.
Yeah.
Well, while you're talking about the costumes and everything, Grumps, did you guys watch Wade's little shopping excursion at Disneyland?
Yeah, that was cool.
Did you see the shirt?
He found there was a Vision T-shirt.
Yeah,
damn it,
that
was fire.
T-shirt is good. Like that's
that
like
cool.
Yeah, so like it's
I hope you got it.
Like, I think that the costumes like were played a little bit for laughs. Like I get what you're saying, Grumps, but they also like I feel like they were still kind of respectful of them, and like I loved it because like you like I grew up with Migos, and it's like it looked like a Migo. Like
it did.
So, I mean, like I just took it for what it's worth, and I was just like I like it. It's like it's a nod to us
like what you're saying. Like it was cool to see on the screen. Like, oh, okay, that's what it looks like on the screen. Still cool to me.
Yeah.
I would definitely buy that 616 old man Loki as a Marvel Legend, though, like in an instant.
Did you guys notice on Sylvie's costume, like when she was fighting and she had the arm up? She had the little circles on her gauntlets, like Enchantress.
That's you know what I saw a couple people like with theories that she was Enchantress instead of Loki, but
I read online that she's some amalgamation of both. I don't know what because the Enchantress's real name is Sylvie, but yeah, I thought it was dope. Like when she was fighting, I think she was like blocking him or something, and her arm came up. She had the little circles like Enchantress has on her costume. They were just it was all black, but you could see the texture. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I need to watch that.
So what?
Yeah,
like,
everybody in the chat asking if we got the shirt. I hope he did.
Yeah, seriously, because that was a dope shirt.
He should show up on the next stream with the sleeves cut off.
I wanted to ask him too how much the Figuarts figures cost at Disneyland.
They're $99.99.
Oh, whoa, that's not a good price. Okay, never mind.
Dude, I sent him the pictures of them because they have Thor. They have the old Thanos, the Infinity War Thanos without the armor and the gauntlet. They had Doctor Strange and who was the other one? Doctor Strange, Thor, Thanos. There was one more. Loki. Loki was the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had like this armored Spider-Man. I think that was the one he wanted, but it was gone when he got there. I will say, as great as the atmosphere is there. The one thing they kind of struggle on a little bit is the merchandise. Like, it's cool and you walk in and you kind of get excited, but like in regards to things that like we may want or whatever, it's tough. It's tough to find stuff. Like Adam, you just said it, like $100 for figure arts. It's kind of like, you know, like you kind of want to leave with something because it's Disney, but at the same time, you're like, I really want to spend that much.
Yeah.
You know?
That's Disney magic, like Way would say.
Disney magic, yeah.
Disney magic, yeah. And then the legends is all stuff that we all have already. So, yeah, but it's cool they have it there. Like, that's the nice part about it.
Yeah, because probably a collector like us, like everybody in the chat, won't go there like to pick something up. That's for like, I don't know, maybe who wants a souvenir like a teacher and the figures like on the register on the store or something, like the hook is like the other merchandise, because us collector has like that online or imported from Japan or anything. That's more like for a casual collector maybe.
Yeah,
well,
they really push the heck out of those spider robots though. They have them everywhere.
Yeah,
like,
they look like
I've seen that in his video.
I think Wade even said that. He's like, more of these things.
Yeah. Dude, they have them in the shop in downtown Disney. They have them at the booths, like the temporary booths they put out. They have them in the Spider-Man store. They have them in the backstage shop with the big shop that he went into. They're everywhere, man. They're everywhere.
Andrew JLA boy has a good question for you, Rick. What are the legends priced at there?
I think they were like 30, but they're higher. They're higher. Yeah. They're like $29.95.
But all right, I think
that's Colombia prices.
Like that's not. Oh, shit, I'm sure. Like that's not for us, right? But like somebody visiting from I don't know Florida, let's say. Or I don't know.
Why would they go to Disneyland if they're in Florida, Grumps? They would go to
Texas
Disney World
or New York or some dumb shit. You know, they go to Disney and they want to buy a toy. The kid wants to buy a toy or whatever, and that's might be his first Legends or first SHF or hopefully not a Marvel Select, but maybe that'll be his first Marvel Select. Maybe that'll be somebody's starting point. So that's where it's cool that they have them.
I thought it was funny that they had so many of the Gamora and Rocket Raccoon. Like,
dude,
I was sad. No, that wasn't funny. That was sad.
Dude, the Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, Wade was trying to sell it.
Nothing around it.
It's a good figure.
It's almost. I mean, that Gamora is really dope, but like
it's Channel Giant.
What people don't realize is the Rocket Raccoon in that pack is sick. It's the most it's the most articulated Rocket Raccoon you can buy. You're literally getting 2 great figures for the price of 1, and people sleep on it.
That Rocket and that Groot, the Groot from that series are the ones that I keep with Marvel Legends.
Oh, the Groot is a beast. Yeah, I love that Groot.
It's the Groot.
I don't mind the Star-Lord either, but he got loose really quick. Like one of his hands falls off all the time, and like he doesn't stand up. And I mean, if you're taking photos of him and then putting him away, he's cool, but.
I like Groot is a little bit stylized because he looks like Art Adams' version of Groot, but I still dig it. I think it's
he's dope. Nice. Like you said earlier about the Hulk, he's the big piece of plastic.
Hanky know what I'm talking about.
Normal prices in Australia. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I said before, like Colombian prices. That's right.
Those are the normal prices in Australia, and they're also covered in spiders and attacked by sharks and kangaroos.
in Hungry Man dinners.
But that Gamora, how much was at this?
The selects actually are like right around regular price. They're like $30 too.
Oh.
Because I was tempted to buy the Loki as well, but I ended up passing on the Loki. And then they had the Falcon, Captain America. And then they had Winter Soldier was there, but it was the comic book Winter Soldier with the repaint. Yeah. And then Gamora was the other one I saw. But yeah, I agree with you, Grumps. Like if you're somebody that's just trying to get a figure for your kid, or maybe you're like you said, you're like us and you're trying to get your kid into collecting or excited about something that we enjoy, it's a good buy. They leave with it and they eat the maybe the
experience.
extra money that's being spent is worth the memory of saying, "Hey, I got this at Disneyland." You know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hey,
Are we still talking about Loki, or can I put this tiger away?
I think you can put the tiger away.
yeah,
I don't know. No. Loki. That ending. What do you
Plasti
think
wanted
that's happened?
the tiger to stay. The tiger's a
Yeah.
special
Bring up the tiger. Bring up the tiger.
I gotta paint mine.
That
Rick.
that
I'm
ending.
jealous.
That ending right there. What do you make of it? Where did he land, or when did he land? The same timeline or another timeline? What's going on there?
It's definitely a different timeline for sure.
Dude, I think when he killed,
recognize him.
I think when he killed Immortus, he ended up in another timeline. That's why they didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's why the statue was Kang instead of the fake versions of the timekeepers.
Was that heartbreaking for you guys? Like that Mobius didn't, know Loki?
No, I mean, like I thought it was all. I watched it twice now. Like I watched it by myself as soon as I got home from work, and then I watched it with my lady last night. I think she was heartbroken, like just like you're mentioning. Like she was just like, oh no. I was just excited. Because like that's like seeing the statue of Kang in the classic Kang costume to me. Yeah. That was just like I was so happy, and like. I like I mentioned, I think to some of you guys, I saved that picture, the picture of the statue, and then I saved the picture of when Immortus had the little like CG guys at the animated sequence on his desk where they were all fighting each other. I saved that picture because like you zoom into that picture and they're all wearing Kang helmets, like straight up Kang helmets.
Nice.
So that had me like super excited there where I'm like, no, like that's like this was Immortus. That's why he was dressed in like the flowy capey robe thing. Okay. And like Kang is coming, And like that line when he gets stabbed that he's gonna be seeing you soon, like woof, loved that.
I read a theory too, like the window that he died in front of, the circle window with like the swirls going around. It was like apparently like there's some symbol that it represents like infinity, because like basically Immortus, in order to like he basically could come back because all these Kangs are coming now, and then they're gonna fight, and then someone's gonna have to put them all in check and close off the timelines. And then someone will have to be the he that remains in the future. So like he almost knows that he'll be reborn again later on in time once all this madness happens. Like right now he gets the rest, but he'll be back and he'll be refreshed and reborn and everything. And like the other thing I thought was cool was when they panned outside the window and they showed the timeline and they showed all the branches coming off. Like in my mind, I was picturing all the different possibilities that were within those branches. Like I started thinking about like different Caps and different Tony Starks and everything, and it was just so cool. It's just so cool to watch this stuff come alive on TV.
From the very beginning, and the intro was like all this line from the whole MCU Out of Order. Did you catch that? Obviously, but I think it's referring to the timeline. Like at the end, like I don't know, like if I don't know how to say it in English. I felt with that all travel to Big Bang and shit with the line playing on the background, like Captain America or Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Black Panther. Those lines were like all out of order. So I was thinking like maybe it's like somebody watching the timeline from outside, like not in order. So what I was asking before is because if Loki went back to another timeline, wouldn't be a different face? I don't know. For Mobius, wouldn't be like a different person or a different look like? I don't know.
Potentially, like that's it. It's like that's the whole thing. Is that there's infinite timelines now, so it's like he went to one that was similar to where he came from, but different enough that they'd never met before. So like that was the big surprise. Like that's the big shock. Like, and that's what opens up so many comic book like possibilities with it. That's just unbelievably exciting to me. Like, I'm just like, oh shit, this is gonna be so cool.
Yeah. Season 2 is like next year, this time around.
What did you think? You remember when they walked in that room and all those statues were around them, and one of them was on the ground broken? What did you think of that? What did you think that was?
I like, honestly, I do want to go back and like look at images of some of that stuff that like that are in the Citadel, because it's like there's got to be some like Easter eggs in there, and like I've been focused on like the way more obvious-y ones, you know, like,
me too.
like Super Kang stuff, but like there's got to be more.
Wasn't Kang is originally like is Rama Tut, right?
Yeah.
And I thought and maybe I need to go back and watch it again, but I thought one of them had the Egyptian headdress coming down, like you could see it on the side, and I thought maybe that was like, yeah, and I was like,
that would be dope.
I was trying to see if I can catch it long enough to figure it out, but I was like, man, if that is, that's sick. That
Thirsty, that's awesome. He says, I would have lost it if Mobius was Ben Stiller. That Hansel, he's so hot right now.
Or Vince
Vaughn.
Yeah, just replace it with someone else. That would have been great.
Vince Vaughn. Man, Wedding Crashers is my shit. Oh man,
that movie's awesome.
Yeah.
Mom, meatloaf.
If you love that movie, Grumps, then you would love the fact that I reference playing tummy sticks all the time.
Yeah, the movie's great.
Man.
Tummy sticks.
That was fucking great.
Of course, that's what I reference.
Tummy sticks.
I'm a DC guy. You know, first of all, I follow both. Like my whole life, right? I follow both companies, so it's whatever.
Hey, that's what we respect about you, Grumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't until like social media like came along, like you kind of had to choose, But anyway, being into Batman more, I just naturally gravitated towards DC. But so I'm reminded of like the Flash and timelines, and man, it just becomes a mess.
Grumps, that's one of the things that I said to my lady right away is like, oh shit, I can't believe that they basically pulled a Flashpoint before the Flash movie. Like, it's like the Flash movie got announced years ago that it was going to be Flashpoint, and it's like Loki just slipped in and decided, like, it's like, we're doing it first. And it's like, now everyone is going to think like when they see the Flash movie, they're going to be like, oh, this is kind of like Loki with Kang. And it's like, no, the Flash was going to do it first, I swear.
Remember?
Like the Flash was always 90s, doing it with the cosmic treadmill.
Remember in the 90s when The Rock would stand in the middle of the ring and go like,
yeah.
That's what Marvel just did. They were like,
totally.
Just bring it. Dude, the crazy thing is like, we're dealing with like a whole new level of thinking, because like there's stuff that I watch the shows and I sit there and I'm like, this is great. And I get references and I understand the characters. But then like you go back and you watch these people who analyze every little detail and why they did something this way. And, oh, did you notice that? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, these people at Marvel, Disney or whatever they're like mad geniuses. I mean, they think of everything, and almost sometimes when they make a mistake, they figure out a way to make it right, and it's a trip.
Well, that's crazy. A good point, Rick. That it's like a Deus Ex, machina. Like, if you mess with the timeline, everything counts.
Right.
So you can kind of do whatever.
I've never felt like they're. Yeah, I've never felt like they're lazy writing. They were the first episode when Loki was calling out, like, why didn't the Avengers got picked up when they went back to the past and shit? And I told no, because that was supposed to happen. That was all the thin line between not giving that much importance to that event and solving like that could be a problem. And I think like they went there, the good route because they didn't talk on that point or explaining something like that because of no, no, that line sums it up, and that's how it's supposed to happen. And I appreciate that they didn't like waste 10 minutes or 20 minutes trying to overcome to an elaborate explanation of something. So I think like when some people call what some people can call lazy writing could also be called like uh, practical writing, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that like honestly, like it when you just think of it as like Immortus was doing, like he was overseeing the TVA and like just erasing timelines, and like the Avengers got to stick around because guess what? At the end of the day, what they did still kept him in power. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he
Yeah.
was able to still control everything. So it didn't matter what they did.
All
And like that
progress.
was kind of the point that he was trying to make when he was explaining it to the two Lokis.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't care. Like it's like that. Like anything could happen. They could do stuff. They could mess with it. They could do all sorts of things.
Well,
'Cause at the end of the day, he was still in power.
Miss Minutes tells Loki that. She goes, "How would you like to go back to New York and win?"
Yeah.
You know, like when they were trying to, like, she was trying to talk him out of what they were planning on doing. Like because they had that, like to your point, Adam, they controlled all of it. Like that's just nuts. It's nuts to me. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a fun ride, guys.
So where does like Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four like fit into this?
Well, that's
Because Kang was like Avengers villain, Fantastic Four villain.
Well, Kang technically is a descendant of Reed Richards.
Yeah.
So it's like he's like from the 30th century, a descendant. So like like that is definitely a cool nod and a way that they could potentially like introduce Fantastic Four. I assumed that they were gonna introduce the Fantastic Four in the Ant-Man and Wasp movie anyway, with the quantum realm and kind of like doing like a negative zone kind of thing or something like it'd be dope just to like here's some explorers, and guess what, there were scientists that were exploring and now they have weird powers, so it's
because Namor has been cast, right?
Yeah,
I believe
Isn't he
Namor has
supposed to
been
be in
cast.
Black
He's gonna be
Panther?
in the Black Panther movie, right? Is that's the rumor?
Yeah.
And he's a dude from Narcos or something.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like honestly, Grumps, I like you. I wouldn't choose teams. Like I have plenty of DC toys. I've read loads of DC comics. I grew up with superpowers. Like I dig,
the best toy line.
Exactly. It was an amazing toy line. And it's like DC has always been cool to me. I will say that comic book wise, I read more Marvel comics growing up. I identified with them a little bit more. So it's like, if I had to choose, I would choose that. But I like you, I don't like doing that anymore because it's become a thing where it's like, it's politicized and it's like,
exactly.
Are you Marvel or DC? And it's like, screw that. Like, I like comics. I like superheroes, so it's silly to do that, like we can all get along.
Yeah. I mean, I was buying Superpowers and Secret Wars at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
great.
Dude, like in the late 80s, 90s, all I knew was like Batman and Superman because, I mean, especially when the Keaton Batman came out, like, honestly, like to me, that's what launched all of this. And there was a time when they were a little few and far between and they weren't great, but like, you got like, it's kind of like the first Pixar movie, it's a short and it comes out and it looks all, weird looking and stick figure-ish, but it's like, it's still groundbreaking, and that's kind of what it was. Like there's these groundbreaking films, like people taking stories from comics and putting them on the film, and now it's just like one after another, and now they're making shows and shorts, and now you got the cartoon versions or the animated versions with What If, and it's it's nuts, man. Like, but I agree with you. I agree there's room in my heart.
Rick, all this line up because we say before, like they have talented people doing this shit, and that's because this generation up like us, like watching comics, reading comics, watching cartoons. So now they are like Adam living the dream. They are making those movies. So
Yeah.
I think that's a key component because um, you feel the passion behind like a series like Loki or WandaVision because all the details, all that shit, it comes from somewhere, and it's people like us or our generation or the one before, like on the hands right now of creating that content. So it's like awesome that we got to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what about Black Widow, boys?
I liked it.
All right,
No,
yeah,
I
I
haven't
thought it was fun.
It's good.
I thought the storyline was great. I thought like the way they wedged it in after Civil War, and just kind of telling that story and what she kind of went through before she kind of joined back up with Falcon and Cap, and I thought that was good, man. It wasn't necessarily what I was expecting. I do
Red
think
Guardian was cool.
yeah, Red Guardian
Yeah,
was
it was
awesome. He
cool.
was funny.
Ursa Major.
Yeah. Yelena Belova was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Taskmaster fan. I like those kind of characters, Taskmaster, Deathstroke, those kinds of guys. I feel like that was a little weak.
I love that.
I mean, and I don't
Come on
care
the
if it
show.
was a man or a woman. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
to me. I felt like they could have
The story wasn't
used
right.
it more. Yeah, could have used that character
Agreed.
more. Like there could have been more of it.
Yeah.
Could have played a more integral role in the whole thing. And I feel like it was, like the character was just kind of there and fought a couple times, but
I
I
completely
just don't
agree,
think
Rick.
they're. Yeah,
I wouldn't, I saw some things on social media, like I don't care the sex of the character, but like the story of the character just didn't hit, I think, for a lot of people.
You guys are 100% right, because it's like I kind of like in that first trailer that we saw with Taskmaster, where Taskmaster and Black Widow did the same exact moves.
Yeah.
Like they mimicked each other's
oh
moves.
yeah, when they like flipped over and they did that.
Yeah,
whole
and like
thing,
did the ground thing together. I was like, Taskmaster is gonna be a chick. I was like, it's gonna be someone, a girl from the Red Room. I was like, because they even like there was a line where like Black Widow, like they showed that sequence, and then Black Widow said like, oh, check out like this dude, or like there was some kind of a line where it was like saying a man, and I was like, it's foreshadowing that it's not a man, and like I was like, I'm okay with that. But then in the context of the story, we just spoiled Black Widow.
Sorry.
Home dude goes Adam, the damn tiger.
Keep going. the tiger still got our hats on. So
yep. But yeah, that's I in the context of the actual movie, Taskmaster was a little bit of a letdown. Like it was sad.
That's what I've been hearing.
So Plasti hasn't even seen it.
Oh
no! I told you what you were, bro. No, I haven't.
Hey,
but
you're a champ. You're a champ, Plasti. Thank you. Plasti
don't worry. Don't worry.
Whoops.
I'm not gonna watch it until it's regular release at Disney Plus, so it's gonna be like a month and a half. So I don't care.
Well,
I still watch it.
We have like a half an hour left, and we have to talk about.
Hey, Plasti, I'll give you my Disney Plus sign in. You can watch it.
Oh yeah, G.I. Joe.
Oh, are we gonna deep into G.I. Joe?
We gotta talk about toy.
Off with the hats. Sorry.
Grumps is channeling some like Alice in Wonderland. Off with their hats.
Okay, G.I. Joe's in, right?
G.I. Joe. Let's do some G.I. Joe.
I got a G.I. Joe today.
Oh, nice. I got my Cobra Island Cobra Trooper in as well just recently.
I told Mrs. Grumps this is the figure everyone was going crazy over last summer.
Yeah. Now hopefully the same thing works out for us with Cobra Vipers at some point.
I need to check the mail because I ordered some, but I don't know if it's come in yet.
Oh, look at Plasti. You're a freaking expert at this. He's got the screen up and he's pulling up Toy Migos, so that way Cheney
Hey.
will be
Yeah,
Cheney
yeah, yeah.
won't be
know.
mad at me.
Shout out to Toy Amigos.
Plasti's
Aw.
gonna start vaping over there. Let's see some vape smoke, Plasti.
Yeah.
Come on.
Totally.
Honestly, I was gonna bring like the food side page, but they had like like these Joes and like a couple of things. But suddenly, like, hey, Toy Migos, like Lago Fix, or those guys do an awesome job, like keeping up the IG. So I went up,
Yeah.
searched for a tutorial how to share share screen and shit, and here we are.
They do. It's Lago and Dario doing 80s baby doing most of that the
Cool.
Instagram stuff, and they do a great job. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys.
So
For
Grumps, you're all in on these, right?
Yeah, bro. Like, oh my God.
Look at this.
I
Come on.
was G.I. Joe, like, I had a 60s G.I. Joe somebody gave me as a kid. And then I had, before, before Swivel Arms became a thing, I had, Stalker and Grunt and all these guys. So, in the cartoon. So, yeah, I was all in on these.
Is it Rick? What are your thoughts? What do you think?
I'm on the fence. I love the era that they're representing with the costumes. That's the classic, the quintessential classic look. But man, like some of those joints scare me. I want to be able to have fun with them, and I don't know. I'm on the fence. I probably have to see
But
them in hand.
they're gonna
or
look good.
See pictures of them, like like actual pictures of them. Maybe before I kind of lean. Like if you go to Mighty Pins, you know how like with Super 7, you typically you order it online. Aren't they kind of like made to order or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, Mighty Pins, like they order a bunch, so they get them in, and I usually will scope them out there, and then if they're good enough, I'll buy them.
No, but Rick, I'm gonna tell you something. Like I was gonna pass on. I love G.I. Joe and shit, but I don't know. I was like, no, that's really good for me. $20 or 25 or 30 down here. And I was listening to Toy Bro last night on Toy Migos, and he had me like, I'm gonna think about it. Then this morning I found out he made a video about this. And he said like, this gonna look like with in your shelf with the TMT from Super 7, the Thundercats. Hey man,
Yeah.
I got all of those. And the thing is, this is like a cartoon out of the TV screen. So
Yeah.
like you were doing
Yes.
those pictures with the TMT and the background and the Dio
Oh, yeah. The
1979
Medaya
studio made
guy.
for you. These pictures are gonna start popping up when these shits are out, and you're gonna be FOMO for sure.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
the
for
biggest
real.
difference with that is like the NECA turtles, they articulate to me, they articulate better than a Super 7, and I have the Super 7 turtles. I'm not saying like I couldn't do anything with these. I'm on the fence, so I want to spend extra for something that I don't know if I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy. But like, let's just face it, I'm probably gonna end up getting these.
So I gotta ask you guys: is there any reuse with Super 7 figures?
I mean, the turtles themselves have to be the same mold,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
But
turtles
these
are-
can't be, right? These have to be.
These because these are cartoon
No,
accurate,
maybe
not
parts.
toy accurate.
Yeah.
So the original G.I. Joe toy line had a ton of reuse. Like they're one of
Yes.
the earlier toy lines that, Snake Eyes and Stalker were the same exact figure with different heads and different paint jobs. Like
Yeah.
that's it. So I think that Super 7 might be able to get away with a little bit of that, but they're going cartoon accurate. So it's kind of a different animal.
So is
I'm
that
there
why the
with
price
Rick
is
now.
higher?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think in general, Super 7 is a smaller company. They're like
Yeah.
NECA or Mezco, but NECA is in mass retail more than any of the other small guys. So it's like they're able to get stuff down in the 30-ish range. Super 7, you know, like that. I find it hard to feel bad about the price of an action figure in general, just knowing how much goes into it. It's like Mattel and Hasbro can make cheap action figures. Everyone else, it's hard to make cheap action figures. And like, it's hard for me as someone who buys like imports and buys Mezco figures to be like, $50 is too much for an action figure, when it's like, no, I buy $80 and $90 action figures too. So that excuse doesn't matter anymore. I do agree with Rick though, where it's like I'm an articulation snob, and I'm buying G.I. Joe Classified, and I've ordered the Mezco Destro and the Mezco Roadblock. So taking on yet another G.I. Joe line is tough. So like, I was talking about this on Toy Amigos last night, where I
heard you,
Cobra Commander, I'm in. And then like slowly over the course of the show, I was like, well, I have to get Snake Eyes too. And then I was like, the Bat is 7.5 inches tall. He's like big. He's got the cool sculpted chest stuff. So he's tempting as well. Like so far, I'm probably in for at least half of Wave 1. As soon as they do a cartoon Storm Shadow, though, like that's it. Like I absolutely will be buying
with Cobra Commander too. I mean, all you really need to do is stand there and point. You know,
exactly. Cobra Commander looks dope.
Dynamic posing. You know.
As soon as I saw them, I was like, Cobra Commander was an easy get for me, because he's like, I could be like, he's a standalone piece. I could justify it. It's like I could just have Cobra Commander. I know I won't stick with just Cobra Commander though, so that's the slippery slope.
Hey, so did we want to mention, because we have the Black Widow spoiler banner going across the bottom of the screen? Were we going to tell everybody that the G.I. Joes are in Black Widow, or? Right. Anybody tuning in right now is like, what the hell is going on?
Rick has already given Plasti a hard time. Plasti is doing it, man. Come on.
Okay.
So Adam, I think I'm going in the opposite direction. I pre-ordered Roadblock and Destro from Mezco, but I'm considering canceling. It's I don't know. I have the Hasbro, and now that I see these, I'm like, I'm not that much of an articulation snob. I mean, I don't think I am anyway. I'm a little more forgiving, I guess, than the average action figure collector. So I don't know.
You can't pass this. Come on.
That's the Cobra Commander himself looks really, really good. So it's like that one, like I think it's a no-brainer for me. Cobra Commander for sure.
Cobra Commander and Snake Eyes or Duke. You have to do 1-on-1 at least.
Snake Eyes sold me on the color. They went with the.
It is like that he's the cartoon accurate.
Yeah.
Grumps, now that you're talking about canceling Mezco stuff, you're tempting me with like, it's like I really dig Mezco a lot. Like I know you do too.
Yeah.
And it's like the problem is like when Mezco showed off their Destro, I was like, the G.I. Joe Classified Hasbro Destro is one of my favorite of the classified figures. Like it's a really good classified figure. And then like Roadblock, they showed Roadblock, and like now we have a really good Roadblock coming in classified too. The Amazon one?
Yeah, bro, I just pre-ordered a Roadblock for the Amazon exclusive, like 3 weeks or 2 weeks before. That was a little letdown for me.
Dude, it's funny that like for years and years people wanted 6-inch Joes and they were making customs, and now like Mezco's putting out Joes, Super 7's putting out Joes. Like we're getting more 1/12 scale Joes than we know what to do with. And
It's like
I'm sure Super 7 and Mezco were sitting there looking at all the success Hasbro was having and saying, "Man, I want a piece of that."
It's like the licensing for that is like Oprah Winfrey. It's like, look under your chair. You get the G.I. Joe license. You get the G.I. Joe license.
No, but it's cool because I mean, it's like for every flavor you like, there's gonna be a Joe.
Yeah,
that's cool. Because if you like the high end shit and stuff and the good look, you have Mexico. If you are an articulated snob, like Aaron said, you have classified. And if you are like nostalgic but not as much to get a 5.0, you get this. I don't know. You don't have to get it all.
No, it's a good situation to be in. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. No, it's just it's an awesome situation to be in. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, I was making custom Joes, you know, and then we get classified and then the floodgates open. So it's awesome.
And the Mezco and the Super 7 are easier to get than the Hasbro.
Yeah, it's very true.
So
although Hasbro is starting to change their ways with that, so it's like is like we're in kind of like a GI Joe, like a delightful problem to have. Like there's
kind of like with
Joe to choose from.
Kind of like with Ninja Turtles, right? Like for the longest time, you can only get Playmates. Now you get NECA, Super 7. What's the other one? The other ones that are coming out?
Loyal Subjects.
The Loyal Subjects. Yeah, like now we're getting all kinds of them. So.
Yeah, so
if we could just get one company to make us good DC figures.
Oh man, Jazzwares, right?
Yeah,
Jazzwares.
What's up with Tony Mac?
Oh man, I don't know.
Do you guys hit him or something?
It's I was on board in the beginning, but then Toddy lost me, so I don't.
Yeah,
I can't call.
I mean, like I pre-ordered all of those Spawn figures.
Dude, I haven't bought a
McFarlane
in months.
I can't call it with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need like DC. We need DC doing like the Hasbro route, like giving their license to a bunch of guys and let them kill each other with taste. Because now we got like Tony Mac and Mexico, and those like are way apart from each other. We need like the middle. Okay, Mayfix, but Mayfix is like 2 figures a year.
Right.
So no.
Yeah.
No, we need like a Hasbro situation with Marvel Legends. Like we have like a $25 figure that scratch that each. We have to have every character, have them pose, movie or comic, that shit. We need that from the and Tony Mac is like not giving that. To begin with, he's 7 inches. So no.
Yeah.
It's tough. We need DC to. We need DC to come on, bring it up.
Being a Batman fan, you're in a good position. Like it's probably the most popular character in comics, so there's a lot to choose from. But if you're Superman or whatever, Green Lantern or whatever, it's tough.
Yeah, because even you should be like, okay, that's enough Batman for me, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew what they were doing. Like I wanted the Dark Knight's metal figures, so I was on board for that. But he's doing storyline stuff, and it's Batman. But then I don't know. Maybe Adam could speak to this. How much is it? How much of this is DC Warner Brothers, and how much is it McFarlane? I don't even know.
Yeah, we've talked about that on Toy Amigos too, where it's like honestly I don't know because like I'm not like there's like certain departments that handle all of that stuff, but it to me like and what it looks like and what we've talked about before is that Todd is into DC stuff that Greg Capullo works on, and Greg Capullo used to work on Spawn with Todd McFarlane. So it's like, it seems like a lot of what Todd is picking from is from his boys that are in the comic book industry. So like, whether or not that's true, or if it's just a coincidence, I don't know, but
I think it's also the most recent stuff as well. Like the metal stuff, that's Snyder and Capullo were going out on the metal stuff. So in that respect, I get it. It was probably a year or two, after metal ended that the figures came out, which is kind of quick for DC anyway.
I saw the Batman. I saw Batman, Cyborg, and Steppenwolf from the Justice League movie today. Nice. At GameStop. I passed on it, but I mean, they didn't look terrible, but actually, Cyborg didn't look great. Like, for some reason, all his articulation points just looked really goofy. He looked kind of stringy. Like,
It looks like a foiled customs.
yeah. No.
What up, Sonny?
Foiled customs is top of the line
The
stuff.
shadow. Ah.
That's right. I got him here.
Hey, yeah, Sonny, we're gonna need a McFarlane Cyborg made out of real foil, extra reflective, please. But yeah, I was like, Steppenwolf looked weird, Cyborg looked weird.
Yeah.
The Batman probably looked the best out of all of them. But I'm over it. I'm over the McFarlane stuff. I've been let down too many. My heart's been broken too many times.
How about this for Tony Mac? Mirrorverse, Disney shit. This look awesome.
It looks cool. It's just I don't need it. Because it's like it's not. What is it from a video game or something?
I'll buy
seems
it.
like that.
It's cool looking, but I want a Buzz Lightyear that looks like Buzz Lightyear. I don't want a Buzz Lightyear that looks like evil Buzz Lightyear or whatever this is.
It's always evil. He doesn't know that.
No,
He's crazy.
He looks grittier.
Yeah. Well,
And wait, this is
like-
the only character they showed? Like they're not doing Woody or?
yeah, no, they show like let me see if they did it. Jack Sparrow and both of them are gonna be 7 inches.
And the Jack Sparrow has like a bone, like a partial bone arm and stuff. It's like it looks cool. It looks like it's in Todd McFarlane's wheelhouse. So it's like it makes sense to me. And I think it'll probably have legs in Target or at Disneyland. Like it'll end up selling, but I don't. It's a toy line that I can easily pass on.
Yeah.
And how about this?
Dude,
that's
that
fucking
is dope.
hilarious.
So we're just
That's
gonna
dope.
skip. We're just gonna skip over to Powerpuff Girls, or
Yeah.
I actually think the Powerpuff Girls are pretty dope too. Like Beast Kingdom makes some cool stuff. I know Wade likes Beast Kingdom, and he enabled me into some Beast Kingdom stuff. And like I don't know that I need expensive Powerpuff Girls toys, but they look kind of cool.
yeah.
This looks dope. I just wish it was not 12 inches.
I have that.
Too much to handle.
I have the 12-inch Marvel Legends. Do you have that one, Adam? The big Wolverine, the big Marvel Legend one?
The Hasbro, like where were they? Were they icons, or is that the Toy Biz was icons?
That was no, not the recent ones that came out. They were just like giant Marvel Legends. They had movie Black Panther, Iron Man, Thor.
Yeah. We worked on Captain America, Spider-Man, Daredevil, a couple of those. But yeah, I own a handful of them. But like it's like that's like and I own a handful of like Hot Toys figures and stuff. I'll mostly like it's like I just stay. That's not my scale. Like I 6-inch scale, and then I buy a bunch of 4-inch stuff too.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But the sculpts on those, especially the Captain America, all the details on his costume are.
That was one of May Shelf's first projects.
And the Black Panther
General
too.
Giant.
They have a Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
Also,
Dude,
awesome.
and the Spider-Man is like that's underrated figure.
Spider-Man, that Renee did that, and Renee at Gentle Giant, and Renee also is the one who sculpted Galactus.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, nice.
The
The thing I love here is like the way they did like the shot, like the prof, they took the meme out, and the meme and make this is perfect.
Yeah.
That is. It's like honestly, like I wish like that Mayfex like included like this with like their Wolverine. Like that would be a dope.
Can you imagine if they do
Would have been
if they do the portrait, the picture, they include that in the figure?
I would
They
love
have
that.
to, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
They have to, because come on, they're showing it in the promo pics. So I know you guys aren't like 12 inches guys, like I don't say, but I have to
I
show
have
this.
some Hot Toys. Yeah, I have a few, to be honest.
Damn, this is a
Dude,
beauty.
look at the articulation on this thing.
Well, that's like honestly, and like that's a thing.
What figure
Rick,
is that? I
Rick
can't
pointed out
see.
that 12-inch Spider-Man had the articulation that the Power Rangers line adopted, and everyone's like, "Oh, make Marvel Legends with Power Rangers articulation." It's like, no, the 12-inch figure had that first anyway.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I keep this guy on deck. He's awesome. He's got boot swivel, like everything. Got the toe.
I need a Hot Toys Spider-Man. That's what I need. Don't have that.
No.
And honestly, the paint apps are super clean on this guy. Like, remember the paint app? Because this is like a big version of the classic Spidey, right? Like almost. And I remember like some of the lines didn't match up. I have them right here, but this one's like perfect.
Yeah.
Didn't they do a Daredevil as well?
Yeah.
It's on that body with a couple, and actually it's on that body. So Renee sculpted Spider-Man and did that body, and then the Daredevil that came out was a Comic-Con exclusive, and May Shelf did all the Daredevil parts
with the Matt Murdock head.
Yeah. And with the black eye and everything.
Nice.
That's a good
one. Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
The Thor was really good too. I never ended up grabbing him, and I should have. He was on clearance at Toys R Us before they closed, and I slept on it. I was like, oh, because what's funny is there's a place here called Tuesday Morning. It's Adam, I don't know if you ever heard of that store, but they have toys in there. It's kind of like almost like a TJ Maxx type, Marshalls type place. And we found a few of these for like $12 there, and
that's an awesome deal.
Yeah, it was a steal, man. And so I grabbed them. That's part of the reason why I have so many of them. But yeah, I never ended up getting Thor, and I know Hasbro posted on Pulse. They came back out with Daredevil.
Daredevil, yeah,
recently. By the time I went in there to buy it, it was gone.
Ah, bummer.
But dude, yeah, this is a cool
Daredevil's
figure.
cool. Daredevil came out nice. I mean, like in my world, it's like Daredevil should be on a slightly thicker body than Spidey, Spidey body. But I still really like that 12-inch Daredevil.
I'd be cool if they shrunk that Daredevil down to 1/12 scale with like that head and everything.
Oh,
the head May killed it on those heads. Those heads are great.
Yeah, somebody asked.
They have to do that with all those 12-inch figures.
Somebody asked if the Deadpool was on the Spidey body. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was a little thin for that body. But I have the X-Force, the Weapon X, and the regular version of that figure, and they're all pretty cool.
Look at you go, Rick. I only bought the standard version of Deadpool, but he's in my Deadpool display.
One of them was a Toys R Us exclusive, if I remember correctly. I think it might have been the X-Force one, and I was like, I had to have it. It had the seal on it. But yeah, no, they're cool. I mean, I don't use them for photos or anything, but they look great standing on the shelf.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, because of that, I think the line died.
Yeah.
Nobody was picking them up because like too hard, too much space. But they went like you got that one like pet warming shit. So that's sad to see.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That looks pretty up.
But I do have
weird.
I do have the old Toy Biz. Is it the Icons? It came in the black box, like it looked like kind of like a prism. I still have the Iron Man, and he's still in the box with the removable faceplate and everything.
Yeah, I bought all. I mean, like I buy too much toys, but I bought all of those, even though I don't collect that scale. And like just because like that's, I thought the Toy Biz ones were great because like they were basically like the 2-ups that you used to see back in the day, and then like all the detail, and then like Toy Biz especially, like there were washes and oversprays, and the paint on them was just like really cool, and it was nice at that big size. But yeah, like I don't display that stuff quite as much.
Yeah, because what would you put around it? So you have to do like a team first and then put it on a designated space because you can do, I don't know, put some Marvel Legends around that. It's gonna look weird.
That Rick has his all at the ready.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
I know where mine are, but there's like piles of toys in the way, so I can't get. That's it. My toy room is a mess.
The only Marvel Hot Toys I have is Black Panther, and I have Sideshow did a Captain America, and I bought that. That was really cool.
I bought. Yeah, I know. I heard you
a
say you
classic
want.
Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
You said you want a classic Spider-Man, and I was
Cap.
going to say I bought the Hot Toys Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure because it's so close to the classic costume.
Yeah, the suit is great.
Yeah, and then he came with the winter gear. He's got like the vest and the cap and a little scarf.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I fell prey to that one, but they have one coming out that's classic inspired Spider-Man from the video game.
Look at Rick.
Yeah, man. I'm having fun over here.
Yeah, Rick's playing with toys.
Yeah.
Hey,
He should be packing for his trip. That's what he should be doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Spider-Man, we got some crime to fight. All right.
Pocket
Why
figure
did-
for the
How
tree
do
right
you
there.
play with your toys?
Hey Rick, why does Spider-Man have Unparalleled Universe's boss's voice?
Yeah.
Sounds
No,
like
that's Unparalleled Universe's Grumps voice.
Oh.
Remember, he was every time he does
Yeah,
Grumps'
yeah,
voice,
yeah.
he's like, "I was a bouncer."
That guy.
Yeah.
Fuck that fucking guy.
Oh shit!
Speaking of scale, I just got these toys this week. These
Oh,
little.
you got the little ones.
Dude.
Rick enabled everyone to start getting these.
I don't know if it was Rick or Wade, but these things are
Hey,
awesome.
no, I'm the originator, Grumps.
Yeah,
because
Rick got them
Okay.
four-way.
I got Wade his, and then he
Yes,
brought
that's
it
right.
out. Yeah, they're dope.
The
They're
10 bucks
awesome.
for me, right?
I mean, you
$9.99.
can't. You got to keep the
They
instructions.
do transform,
because
right?
There's like 18 steps to transform, but they're cool.
Hey, Plasti, for a small fee of $20, we can get you these.
I don't see those down here.
No.
Nah, not a chance. I have to order from, I don't know. Have the link and pass it to somebody who can bring it to me.
They're on
Some storage
Amazon,
shed, because
Plasti.
they are they?
Yeah, that's where I got them from.
Grumps now needs to drop the links into all the chats.
Yeah, dude,
For
they're I found tons of them at Target. I know people are having a hard time finding Soundwave, and I've seen like tons of Soundwaves.
Yeah, I went to Target today. They didn't have any of these guys.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we're in the home stretch here. I don't got
One more me.
what, 7 minutes?
Hey, Plasti, did we hit all the topics
Timer.
tonight?
Yeah, what else do we have to
Yeah,
cover?
I
What
think
else
so.
do we have to talk about?
Shout out to Chamba.
I
man.
think,
Chamba.
yeah,
hanging
so
with
to
us.
Chamba. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chamba. Shout out to Billy Moon again for
Thank you,
enable
Billy.
us today. No super chat, so no extra time, Billy. Suck on that. And
Hey, all I gotta
final
say-
goals always.
Hey, all I gotta say,
Yeah.
if Chamba's looking for something and I can help him out, I would definitely do it.
Yeah,
Same
I
as you,
gotta-
Plasti. You know
I
I'd
gotta
help you
buy-
out, Plasti.
Chamba's comic books. I gotta see if they're on the stands yet.
I think you can
Yeah.
order them, Grumps, but they're
Oh,
not
yeah?
out yet. But yeah,
Oh,
they solicited the Avengers comics that Chamba's worked on. So it's
okay.
like you can if you go to your local comic book
Can
store and
pre-order
just let
them.
them know. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
cool.
Chamba has an he has his own cover basically. I mean, he does the art inside, but you can
Yeah.
get the Chamba cover variant too. I know
No,
I'll be
Chamba-
getting that, and then
Chamba-
someday asking him to sign them.
Sure. Give us some info about that, Chamba, before we go. Come on. This won't be
If I, send
Monday.
it, if I buy the Chamba variant and send it to him, will he sign it for me?
Maybe he'll send it back to you and in like an Australian box filled with spiders and stuff.
Hey, I hear there's some pretty mean spiders out there. They're not to play games with.
Oh, Plasti, you gotta look into this. Winger Lose is saying that Dan Yoon is dropping Galactus stretch goal info. Winger Lose, where?
¿Dónde?
Dan
Check
Yoon
Dan
Twitter.
Twitter.
Dan Yoon should be here.
He should be hanging out with us.
Yeah, he's off tonight.
Let me see if I can.
I'll pull it up just on my phone while you look at it, so that way I know.
Faster. It's faster. It might be faster that way because I don't have that set up.
No doubt. Hold on.
I have to log in and shit.
Dan Yoon.
Chava, no, this won't be monthly. This is because Wade flake on us 2 times this week.
So it says,
fuck that.
I forgot to mention this today, but the first tier is a 6-inch figure, not a faceplate accessory. Thank you so much again. Let's keep up the momentum.
Okay.
Nice.
How much is that? How many backers so far?
It was 5,000 earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, early, but how much? How many?
I'm refreshing. We are at
Go.
5,680 backers.
Okay.
So 5,680. So you go ready. 5,680 times 400 equals $2,272,000 in a day.
Almost halfway there, right?
Woo!
5.6 million.
No joke.
They need like 14, right? 14 millions or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we can assume maybe a Herald of Galactus. Who's Galactus
Ooh.
Herald? Silver Surfer. We already have him.
It would be cool though to make him one of the tiers for all the people that never got him. You know, they can kind of bundle him in there because I know some people are still trying to find that figure. Give him a second chance.
But here's just a few Heralds, right?
Terax would be cool.
How many in the chat got back it up today, or how many are thinking about it? From here, like
Terax,
cool.
no.
Adam,
Shout
you
out
got
to
it, right?
J-Figs, man. J-Figs always supports everybody.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna. Let me see if I can pull this.
2.5 minutes.
It's the final countdown.
It's like they always sung about.
Now I hear the song. I can sing.
Only the
I
old
only
guys
can
know
sing
that song.
about Arrested Development.
Do you have you guys ever watched Gravity Falls?
No, Arrested Development for me. That song.
There's a scene in there where like the end of the world is coming and there's a countdown and then like the character's like, it's the final countdown, dude. Like they always sung about. That's a great show.
Plasti is prepared. We're doing Instagram story shout outs too. Look at us. Rick, are you gonna do sound effects for everyone?
Who's up for it? No. I'm gonna put that here and you read it. Okay. No, I read it and you I don't know. What do you wanna do?
Rick is on this. That's his job.
Only Rick?
All right. I can't really see it on the screen. Somebody I do the sound
Hankin.
effect. Someone has to read the name.
Hankin.
No, I do. Shout out to Hankin.
Hankin, if you and the missus don't want to do the dishes and don't want to be bitching in the kitchen, but you want to eat something delicious, have a Hungry Man Hankin dinner.
This is going to go on for 5 more hours like this.
60
Shout out to Cerebral
seconds.
Deep.
Who we got
Cerebral
now?
Deep, shout out. Cerebral Deep.
Cerebral Deep. Cerebral Deep. He creeps, puts you to sleep.
That's
similar to what I did last time, but who we on now?
And shout out to James Fig for making it to the 3K today.
Follow Jay Figs. If you don't,
shout out
he's
to
coming for you in your dreams.
30 seconds. Or Adam sleeping with the tiger tonight.
Who is this? Gonzo. Adam Gonzalez.
Billy Moon. It's never too soon. If you don't know, he's the son of Warren too.
Adam Gonzalez, shout out.
Gonzo. Who we on now?
I like Rick's trying to speed it up now.
Nando Knight. The Nando Knight.
Nando
that's
Knight.
my boy.
Nando Knight. He
That's a Lego
swoops, he
Connect.
hides in the night. All
Playing with myself.
Some sound effects.
Shout out to playing with myself.
Shout out to playing with myself.
We will lose. Shout out.
Boys, we got 3 dislikes.
Never mind.
Nice.
Payson with the knife, with dagger. Shout out to Payson.
Payson stands for pay shipping on nothing.
Who is this?
Who we on?
Wilford Legs. Dioromo.
Dioromo.
Shout out to Teron. Justice Fix.
Justice for figs. If you need justice for your figs, call Justice. He'll be in the courtroom laying it down.
Oh no. Ivan Frias.
Ivan Frias or
Fries.
Ivan Fries. He's got his eyes
Final boss.
on you.
Shout out to Final
we
Boss.
Final boss. Pay
Final
the cost
boss.
to be the boss.
Otra vez this guy. Tony Collector 10.
Tony Collector 10, always showing support. Thank you, sir. And he does. He
Thirsty
shows
for
a lot of
chicken.
support.
Yeah,
Who is
that's
it?
right.
Thirsty for
Thirsty for
chicken.
chicken.
Thirsty for chicken. He keeps it going.
But for Grump.
Grumps.
No shadow banner here.
No
Grumps
shadow
in a
MCU
banner.
Collector 24. Shout out.
MCU Collector. Don't sleep on him. He'll creep on
Ryan
you.
with the selfies.
Yeah.
Selfie King.
Tachi Machi. Shout out to you, man.
Tachimachi.
That's a good name.
Yeah. And this guy, I don't know.
Johnny loves Chachi.
Little toys.
Jody
it?
does love Chachi.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's it. All right.
Thank you all for being here. Like, we needed this week. And you guys came through, like Grumps, Rick, Adam. Thank you guys for putting up with me one more time.
Dude, you made it happen. Thank you for the invite and for putting it all together. I really appreciate it.
Hells yeah. Plasti figured this all out. He had it under control. Like, you did it, man.
Dude, you're the man.
Virtual, hey, Plasti, virtual hug.
Oh,
virtual hug.
No, I was thinking we need to do like a W today for the way.
For the Wade.
For the
no. Adam, Adam have to
woo,
1 hour.
Tag.
Oh, we like each of us line up kind of deal? Oh.
Yeah, but I can't do it. Like, I don't know.
Me and Adam got it.
I didn't think this through.
You guys got it. Oh, wrong hand.
I think I'm frozen on the screen. Oh, there I go. The way.
No, I can't. I'll make it digital. I'll make this shit digital, I swear.
Oh, like you want to do like Plasti wants to do a giant W. Like a
course.
Like, I don't know how the hell to do that. I'm like kung fu fighting now.
I'm gonna cheat here. I'm gonna put me on the aquí, so I have to only to do this. All right, like this.
See, we should have practiced this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
To practice this.
Other side, right?
Next time Wade goes on vacation.
Let's do the knife thing. I call it a quid. Let's do the knife thing. I call it a quid.
Now we look like we're throwing up really questionable gang signs.
Right now, I feel like what's his name?
Very weak.
Ghetto bird.
Like a bird on the shadow. All right, guys.
Hey,
thank you all for being
Adam,
here.
Hold on. Adam, let's take him out. Oh, baby, you got
wait, no, it's hold on, wait, Rick, it's not baby. We got to replace it. Oh, Plasti, you got what I need. But you say Wade's just a friend.
But you say Wade's just a friend. Oh,
baby, we did baby again instead of Plasti.
Oh, Plasti, you
Because
got what
down
I
here with all
need.
friends.
But you say
Yeah.
Wade's just
No
a friend.
friends.
But you
No
say
friends.
Wade's just a friend. Oh, Plasti, you.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. Thank you all for being here. Oh, Adam, anything to this week coming up? Do you want to plug before we go?
No, man, like I loved being here with you guys. I enjoyed talking to you, spending the last 2 hours with you, and like if Wade ever decides to go on vacation again,
Yeah.
we might have to figure something out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Let's do it.
Rick, safe travel tomorrow.
Yes,
Posted.
please, Rick.
Have
Take
a
care.
blast. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all
I'll-
for being
I'll
here in the
post
chat.
I'll post plenty of pictures in my stories.
We're counting on it. So, shout out to everyone in the chat, and we'll see you. I don't know, Tuesday at the Un Paro de Sano Ice Cream.